Hi, I'm standing at the halfway junction to the Mount Sibayak, but I can get a good view from here of the mountain. There is a mist coming down from the top there, if you can see it with me. It's just a mist uh, coming down towards the valley. Bestangi is actually a valley. It's surrounded by mountains, and you can see the peak of the Mount Sibayak mountain over there. This is a very famous trekking spot and attracts a lot of foreign tourists to Bestangi, and also the climate is very nice and cool here. But now we can get the view of Mount Sibayak.
Hello.
Hi, this is Nancy here, and I'm just trying to show you how it is to climb this very narrow mountain Sibayak. It's really very narrow climbing here. There is not really any pathway, but few stones, and like this here. Just see this. See the vegetation growing here on this hill. It's actually growing from the stones, and it's just ever so narrow climbing this what you call it, this mountain, volcanic mountain Sibayak. But it's really very narrow and quite slippery as well, because we've had the rains last night, and it's just like this all through. Halfway up the mountain, you just have to be very careful when you walk up. It's just very bendy and very narrow. Hi, I'm just at the bottom of Sibayak mountain in Bestagi. This is in Sumatra in Indonesia. I just want to show you that this is the Karma Travels, which bring you up to this point for only 3,000 rupiah. If you get a guide, then it costs you about 300,000 rupiah. This is the cheapest way of coming up here. They come up on this road. At the bottom of this road near the tourist office, you can just get one of these buses to go to the Sibayak mountain, and they drop you off over here at this point, and then from here you can walk up the mountain. Today is a misty day and you can't see it very well, but this is the best way to come to the Sibayak mountain. Lots of trekkers and hikers come up here. This is an active volcano site, and as you can see that we've had rains yesterday, and it's quite very misty up there. So Sibayak, okay, so he's just showing you go up from here and you go upstairs, right, to the mountain, and you charge 3,000 rupiah. 3,000 rupiah, right? You cannot speak English because they speak the local language, but I just want to show you that this is the where you can come up, and there are lots of transports of this type here, like little jalopies, and you just pay them 3,000 rupiah, which is less than 50 cents, and then you can just come up here. So on that note, I'm going to say this is how you get to the Sibayak mountain area. Thank you. And I'm just going to try and take this trek now. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Nancy Woods, and I'm just at the volcanic mountain Sibayak from Bestagi. It's about 13.5 kilometers. Basically, I'm now halfway up on the mountain, and I'm just trying to show you that the road coming from down. The trek is really quite difficult. It's what if you've especially got heart conditions or pregnant and things like that, because it's a really deep climb, steep climb all the way up. And you can see the vegetation and the trees on this mountain. I'm sure that the volcanic activity here has effect on the vegetation that grows over here. But as you will see now, I'm going to take the camera and show you how deep the drop is. I'm not even halfway up, and the mountain itself is about 2,600 meters from ground level. But I'm halfway here, and you just can see how the drop is going to go. So there you go. You cannot see beyond that, beyond the gap there, but there is a massive drop in the mountain from there on, and it's quite misty at the back there in the mountains. The weather is quite pleasant, and there's some sort of air flowing through, but sometimes I feel that there is very little air, and at times you get a lot of air up here. But today's a nice day because it was raining yesterday, and it's not that slippery, and it's the road. There is a bendy road which you can climb, which you can use for climbing. You don't have to come on the mud with trekking boots and things like that. But the thing is that it's just uphill all the climb. There's no plain surface where you can walk on. You can sit on branches or backs of trees and things like that if you want to break your journey, but it's just an uphill climb to the mountain. They do advise that you come up here with guides, because if they say it's easy to get lost, but if you stay on the pathway then it's fine. But if you're planning to go inside the mountains, like in the woodlands or something, and get that sort of experience, then obviously you're going to find it difficult to find your way out in few hours, 4 or 5 hours, and it does get dark very early here. If you can see the trees as well, I'm not sure what sort of insects and creatures are in this part of the kind of a rainforest tropical area here, but I'm sure you'll find different sorts of insects and snakes and in these mountains. So this is Sibayak, the volcanic mountain which has not erupted for a while, but it still is known for its volcanic activity by these highland people. And they do advise especially researchers and other people to take tourist guides along with them, because sometimes a lot of people have also died. I saw it on the tourist board since 1983. I think there's been quite a lot of deaths of social scientists who have come to investigate the environmental disaster zone, because it can be very risky, especially if you're an aid worker and things like that. So this place is virtually transportation wise, there's just buses here. There's no trains or anything like that, no monorail. It's very quiet, and it's more of the highlands feeling over here. At the back there is a mist flowing as well, and it's very, very peaceful and quiet up here. Even if you can't climb the whole mountain, at least if you can come and enjoy the scenic beauty, because it's when you're in Vestagi town itself, it's really, there's just one narrow road and all the cars are passing, and it's really pretty active. But I'm not going to speak for a few minutes, and you can just feel the silence of this place. Hi, this is Nancy here. and I'm just halfway up the Sibayak mountain where the volcanic activity takes place. I have to say that there is no road after a certain point here, and you just have to mind how you go up these broken stones, and in the rains it is extremely slippery, so you have to be very careful. This area here, you can see that the floor here, the ground, is obviously different kind of mud erosion due to the rock and lava formations, even to a slight degree, which affect the plantation and the roots over here. The climb up to the mountain is through this very narrow path. And it's really very slippery, especially if it has rained. There have been many conferences and symposiums over here, and to save this Sibayak mountainous region. But as you can see that when the volcanic activity takes place and how the lava in certain parts it's like quite flat, and in certain parts it's like bumpy round, and then of course it goes down all this way here. But if you can see on the camera how these how the ground over here just completely changes, and it's like waves, you know, like little small mounds which you have to climb through and near. I don't want to go any closer because it's very slippery here. You see what I mean? It's very, very slippery over here, and the climb from here is rather quite slippery. So, but the mountain is just, the crater of the mountain is just at the top of this place here. But going up here is all right on a very nice and dry day. But as I mentioned, that we've had rains last night, very, very heavy rains, and this is quite slippery here. So, but I can see how the lava flow, you know, from the mountain, sometimes when it erupts, the lava, how it comes and it stops here up to this point. So you can see the foreigners coming up. Hello.
Hello.
You're from where?
From Belgium.
Okay, Belgium. Okay. This is the...
Belgium. I'm from Israel.
Oh, Israel. I thought you were the guide.
Israel, I'm Israel.
Israel, okay.
It's Jew.
So you like this this mountain walk?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, so on that note, I'm just going to carry on. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye for now.